Hey, all you beautiful people out there. What am I doing today? I'm actually, remember the bunya nuts that I was boiling, cracked and boiled? Well, now I am cutting them into little pieces to dehydrate. So I'm just making them a little bit thin so they'll dehydrate quickly, and then I will be grinding them and turning them into flour. But I won't be grinding them a lot, because if you grind them too much, they'll turn into butternut, a bunya nut, not butternut, bunya nut butter. And we don't want bunya nut butter. We want bunya nut flour. So I was just putting some of these into water and giving them a bit of a drowning. Yeah, so some I didn't really peel very well, so they ended up being part nuts, and that's okay too, because they've all got to be dehydrated. Even the bits that are really mauled there, they're going to be put on a flat piece of parchment, and they will also be dehydrated. So that's what's happening this morning. So I just, yeah, and this is not salty water, but it just takes off any of the impurities out of here. And you can just give them a dip. Pop them on the board. I'm not leaving them soaking in here. I'm actually just getting off all the impurities that have stuck to it when I was peeling them. You know, some bit of hull and husk and things like that. Okay, so just tip this bit of water out. I'll get some new water. And that is to dip the knife in. Got any water? Where's my water? Oh, hang on. I think I've got water. Have I? No. All right. It's got a bit of tea. And put some hot water in. Hang on a minute. Oh, the things we do when we're doing. The things we do when we're doing, hey. That's a bit of hot water. Okay, back again. Sorry about that. Hi, anyone who's there. Just thought I'd come in and do this. Hang on a minute. I've got to get, I'm thirsty. Hi there. Yeah, you're a bit away from me, so I can't see. I have to put my glasses on. Let's have a little look. How you going? Thanks, Will. Hey, thanks for that. Wow, I don't know how you did that, because I don't think I've got an account. So, interestingly enough, maybe I have to find out how that all works, but don't think I have an account, so don't know what's happening there. All right, but yeah, thanks for that. Now, I will find out about that and see what's happening, because I don't really want you to lose your dough, really. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to start chopping while I'm chatting. So I did some coffee yesterday. I think you might have been here while I was doing the coffee. And hi, I just saw that flick up. So what does it say? Hi Bonnie. Bonnie Shang. Yeah, Bonnie Shang. Not sure how I'm pronouncing things. Okay, so I'm just going to keep going. Yeah, so this is my coffee that I did yesterday. Remember, I was doing the coffee beans. I was roasting them. Rather than having some coffee, I think I'll just sniff this. I've already had coffee this morning, had my swim, and I only did about 3/4 of a kilometre because the ocean was taking me out to sea and it was really rough, and I just went, I won't go all the way today. Yeah, so it's all beautiful, the coffee. And I was looking up about it degassing and how long you have to degas, but because my beans had been kept for a few months, they actually should have been pretty degassed before I roasted them, but then apparently when you roast them, they degas even more. So I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up and actually figure out what's happening there, the degassing. You can drink it straight away, but they say wait a few weeks before you drink it. Yeah, I was just checking it out yesterday and kind of, looking at it. Sorry, that was just talking to me. My phone is saying that it's too full of stuff. But when I go in and download, I can't find where the stuff is. So not really the best person to be doing stuff to my phone. I might have to go and get an expert to look at it because it's not my thing. They charge a fortune here, so I don't, So this is what I'm doing. It's Bunya nuts, and I'm just chopping them all up, putting them on here to dehydrate for those who aren't here. Yeah. Have you put your clothes inside out? This morning after my swim, I got changed and I put my top inside out. And then I went and had coffee with the gang, and honestly, no one really noticed. I got home and I looked in the mirror and I thought, I think this is inside out, this top. Anyway, it was. They say it's bad luck to change it, to put it, the other way around. So, yeah, I don't know how true that is. I think it's a wives' tale, but nevertheless, yeah, I don't know how to scroll up. Maybe it will just scroll up by itself, okay? Here we go. Beautiful. So, yeah, that was me this morning. I don't know what happened. I slept in and everyone had already, gone for their swim and was heading out of the water, and I was only just heading for a walk. So I went for a walk and then I had a swim. So, yeah, this morning was a bit weird. The bats were going on last night. So I usually put out garlic, and it stops the bats from hanging around in my trees. But last night they were actually in the park and making a lot of noise, a lot of racket. And so once they woke me up, I couldn't get back to sleep. So I was sort of, doing the scrolling, which we all do. And I shouldn't do it in the middle of the night because they say that it's no good for your brain, to be doing that sort of cognitive stuff when you wake up from a deep sleep. So, yeah, you shouldn't really do it. It can wake you up completely, which it did to me, I suppose. And then when I finally went to sleep, I missed the alarm, or I don't know what happened, and my whole morning was so disorganized. That's okay too. You can be like that sometimes. Don't always have to be on time and perfectly organized. So there we go. That's what I'm doing, everyone. Bunya nut. Hey, I'll just go in there and I might just check out what's happening here. Oh, Hi. Hey, FD family. Not sure what your name is. What's your name? Do you want me to, have you got any questions? Any questions for me today? Anybody want to chat about any kind of topic? I might be able to have some insight, or I might just be useless at discussing the topic you want to talk about. I mean, I know things. I just sometimes don't get the opportunity to bring them up because I'm so busy doing this stuff. And yet I know, I can chat, but I can't see because I have to wear the glasses. So, hey, Lily. Yeah. Hey, beautiful. Yeah, that's right. So if you want to chat, let me know. I might find something interesting to be able to talk about. And if not, I can always make something up, that would be okay too, probably. Oops, where's that? All right, so I've got one tray ready to go into the dehydrator. And I'm making flour. I'm making Bunya Nut flour. And Bunya Nut in Australia is a big ball. It's like this. It's bigger than my head. I mean, they're huge. They can weigh up to 15 kilos or something. They can kill people. They can kill people. If they fall down the tree and people are standing under the tree, you can die from Bunya Nut. But I haven't actually heard of anyone dying of it. So, yeah, but you could. Anyway, they're really big, and then you have to peel them, like shuck them, and then you have to get the nut out of the little cone, and then you have to crack the nut, and then you have to boil the nut, and then you have to dehydrate the nut, and then you have to grind the nut if you want flour. So, if you want to have food, and there's many ways of cooking it, though. You could just crack it and put it on the open fire, which I have done. And I think I was telling you yesterday that I nearly lost an eye. Nearly took out an eye from, not cracking it. And it shot out, and it was really, really horrible. So, yeah, it was, I would not recommend just putting it on the fire before cracking it. So, yeah, that's the Bunya Nut, Australia Bunya Nut. Hey, Burberry, how are you? Hello. Yeah, so the Bunya Nut, yes. And a lot of animals eat the Bunya Nut, so they're in the forest. The Indigenous love them, and they were a staple because they can last a long time, a bit like the Queensland nuts and things like that in Australia, which were here. They were called baubles. They weren't called the Queensland nut, of course. That's just something we called them because they were here in Queensland first. And I think some of them were in Hawaii as well. And but the bauble, yeah, that was up north, sort of near Tara. And it's a smaller tree, smaller baubles, like smaller nuts. And smaller nuts, and they were really saved by the Indigenous so they could eat, Thanks, Lily. Thank you. Yeah, my hair. I did a funny braid today. Oops. You know how you get two pieces of hair, and you just get two pieces of hair. I don't know whether you could do this if you've got children or anything, but you just get two pieces of hair like this, and you pull it apart. Oh, I don't want to get it on here. Hang on, I'm going to move this over to here, a little bit out of the way. And then you just turn it towards the back. And the same with the other side. Just turn it towards the back. And then you just go round in circles. And as you come to the front, you turn it to the back and turn it to the back and turn it to the back. So you just keep with your thumb, just turning it to the back. You do about 3 turns and then to the back. And then another 3 turns, and you go to the back. and then another 3 turns and you go to the back. And you can just do this to anybody. People love it. It just, it's very quick. You know, some people do it here on their children. I like it. Adults. And then when I get down to the bottom, I just mangle it a little bit and just leave it. Did I do it right? I don't know if I did it right. It might be the other way around. Hang on, this one. Oh, maybe I went the other way. Okay, so I think, yeah, you do twist it that way. So if you're twisting it that way, or maybe if you're twisting it that way, you've got to actually turn it the other way. So let's try it this way. Twist, 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 bring it forward. Twist, 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 bring it forward. Is that it? Okay, I think, I can't see. If it doesn't work one way, do it the other way, and it'll work. So yeah, push it forward. That's it. Yeah, why are you stopping me doing this? I know I started doing it, didn't I? And I was doing this other stuff. So let's get this out of the way. So there you go. Down you go. And you're just doing it with your thumb. Give it a bit of a ding, ding, ding. And yeah, that's it. There you go. So yeah, one goes over the other. So if you go forward and it looks weird, go the other way. Okay. So just for your FYI, that's what I did. Okay, so what I'm doing is just dipping the knife into the water, because then it doesn't stick to the bunya nut. Because sometimes if you don't do it, it will stick to the bunya nut and you won't get a precise cut. It will just start to turn into powder. And I mean, I'm not going to get a lot out of this lot. Honestly, I only took a couple of kilos. So I didn't take a whole bunya nut. I just took, you know, some in a bag about that big. So I want to make falafels, bunya nut falafels. They were selling them at the fair that we went to, the Bunya Festival. Oh, it was called the Bunya Dreaming. And they were so delightful. But they were using myrtle, and it was lemon myrtle. I don't have lemon myrtle growing. I was told there are some lemon myrtle trees growing around. But I don't mind. I can make falafels just with some herbs and things in it. I don't have to make the lemon one. I can just do any type of falafel, because I do make falafels generally. My own type of falafels out of besan flour, so that's chickpea flour. And using the chickpea flour, they come out beautiful. And I just add, you know, this, that, and the other. I can't even remember. I'd have to look at my recipe now. It's been a while since I've made it. The little children next door, they love making the falafels with me. So haven't done it for a while. We'll have to get to it one day so that they can make some of their own. And yeah, and once it's turned into flour, you can just keep it in the freezer, so you can keep this for some time. Hi, just let me have a look what's happening here. It might be okay, see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, see you, Lily. Bye. Hope you enjoy with the children. Bye. Okay, so yeah. So falafels. You can use this to bake with. You can honestly you can roast them, and that's what I was saying, roast them. So you can just cut them into these little slices that I'm doing here and pop them in your cast iron pan or your fry pan. Just roast them on both sides. Put a little bit of pepper on, maybe some paprika, you know, a bit of chili, whatever you want. But these trees, they grow, hundreds of feet high. They're a tall, tall tree, the bunya nut. And it's a shame to see that the council is allowing them to be cut down, because they are a source of food for all our large birds, the corellas, cockatoos, all the big galahs. You know, they just come in and they'll strip these in a few minutes. They just rip into them with their talons, and then they'll just boom, 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 and gobble them up. And it's something that, you know, the government is allowing to be stripped. Also, not just the bunya trees, but the pine, the hoop pine. The hoop pine is a big thing for the birds. And, of course, the government wants the trees for wood. And, yeah, you know, when all the birds are gone and, you know, their habitats are destroyed because they're cutting them down, you know, this is something we have to all be worried about, you know, habitats being displaced. We're all looking for freedom, aren't we? We're all looking for freedom. And, you know, we don't think about the animals, you know, looking for, freedom for the animals. Hang on. I'm just trying to wash my hands. Hang on. Just check out what the time is. Okay. So, I don't know who you are, but hi. Thanks for subbing. I don't know what subbing is, but anyway, thanks for that. Maybe you could tell me what that is. Oh, subscribing, of course. You know what? I don't know words. I don't know what I'm doing. In fact, I just get on here and I like to share stuff, you know. That's the way of life, isn't it? Sharing. Why do this on my own when I can do it with you guys and just have a bit of a chat while I'm doing it? I like that. And you might learn something, and, you know, next time you've got, you know, bunya nuts, you know, you find this huge big thing. What is this? You just look up how to use them, how to get flour, how to get free food. You know, if you're getting it for nothing, you know, Mother Earth provides. Honestly, she does. There's another one. That's 2. Where did I put the last one? Oh, over here. Okay, 3. Here we go. Yeah, it's falling apart. I will have to eventually put a parchment paper down because it's all falling through. So Mother Earth does provide, and if we can all just, you know, pay a little attention to what's around us, herbs, spices, trees, and everything. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, I really appreciate that, because it just shows that, you know, I am getting out there with some of these things that people want to learn, or they just want to have you know, something to do during the day. It's nice to know what to do with bunya nuts. So especially if you're in Australia or you're in another country where you don't even know what they are, you know, it's something you can look up later on to say, what is that thing? What does that thing look like? And I don't have the whole thing. You know, it'd be good if I was really good at making videos, and then I'd have the whole thing, and then I'd have this, that, and the other. You know, you'd be I'd be able to do that. But I do bits and pieces. You're just going to have to look at the bits and pieces. But I am learning as I go, and I can't wait to do this next year, because I will have this right down pat. And then I might be able to make a nice video, you know, of putting it all together and having one video with everything on it, which would be lovely to have, rather than bits and pieces as I'm doing it every day. I'm just adding another little piece to the puzzle. And that's okay too, really. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I keep wanting to eat it, but I don't want to eat it. I want to wait. Do I want to pan fry some of this? Yeah, I think I'll leave some out and pan fry it. So I went to 5 stores looking for jackfruit in the fillets, and I could not find it. So now I'm going to have to go online to check out where I can buy them from. and it might mean that I have to go, you know, to another town or something to get them. I used to get them up at another town up the hill from me, and they used to sell them at a little shop. What was it called? Something Cat. Not Jazzy Cat, not Snazzy Cat. It was, anyway, it was a little restaurant that served vegan foods, and it also served the food in tins that they used to make the food. So I bought the fillets there and made tacos with the fillets, just like they had made me for dinner. And they were absolutely beautiful. But every time I go to buy them now, they're not fillets, they're actually pieces. And so pieces are just like almost pineapple wedges, you know, little triangles. And they're not like the fillets, like you can, you know, chicken piece. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, we're nearly done. I might head off. Thank you for chatting today. Can't stop. This is all I'm doing is I'm going to get this done, and then I'm going to go out into the garden and see what's happening out there. So thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to stop this and catch you later. Ciao for now. Bye. Oh.